I found a silver coin right on top of the ground. I didn't have to dig it. It was right there, right there on top of the ground.
I wonder how many guys worked all of that. That's beautiful.
Yeah. Incredible.
Yeah, I don't even have one that old of a regular of a quarter.
I kid you not, I didn't dig it. It was right there.
There you go.
John Moore was born in Dublin, Ireland in 1741, the son of Thomas and Christina Moore. Dublin was settled around 800 AD and is the cultural center of Ireland, which was joined to the British Empire by the Acts of Union in 1800. Ireland and Dublin proper was also an ecclesiastical center in which a young teenage John would pursue life in the priesthood. However, in 1770, for reasons not entirely known, he would board the ship Caroline and make his way to America, landing at the port of Philadelphia. Here in Philadelphia, he became a doctor and married another Irish lass from Donegal, Hannah Armstrong, in 1775. Interestingly to note, Hannah's father is also claimed by the famous moonwalking Neil Armstrong. Dr. John Moore was a volunteer, listed as a private in the Pennsylvania militia. At the end of the war in 1783, John and his wife moved to Greene County, Pennsylvania, and was neighbors to the Fetty and Jones, and was also my patriot grandfather. In today's episode, we detect and uncover artifacts from the Moore family farm. I was invited on this dig of this property by Al of the 6-Day Metal Detecting Crew. Let's see what we uncover. Stay tuned. I'm on site, and I am in the Shenandoah Valley of West Virginia. There are a number of old houses on this site. In fact, there's one right up here. If you look right up here, we'll go up there. I am here with Brother Al. I'll call him Brother Al because he's like a brother to me, from 6-Day Metal Detecting Crew. And we got another guy from 6-Day coming here with us, right, Rick?
Cousin Rick.
Cousin Rick. And now it's real windy today. Right, you guys, I pulled it out and it's right here, and I don't know what it is. You know what? I do know what it is. I just found a spoon. This is an old spoon, and I apologize if you guys hear the wind behind me. But this is an old brass spoon. Yep, and it's got some fancy on there. You guys see that? But that's a good relic. That's a good find. I'm happy about that. I apologize if you guys hear the wind, because it is really bad. All right, let's keep going. All right, I got a decent hit here. It's reading about the same spoon red. It's around a 12 or a 13 on my Equinox. Let's see if we got it. Where is it? It's in this. You know what? I see it. It's a rivet or a button. I think it's a rivet. This is... Actually, there's some writing on there. It says K-A-S-E-R, Kaiser. Alright, out right there digging. And I just dug a hole right here. And it's a good sound. That's probably the best sound I've had all day. I'll let you guys hear it. Right there. It's reading about a 23. It's gonna be right in here. Is that it? Hey, that's good. That's a buckle. I think it's a buckle. It's a brass buckle with an iron pin. You see that? All right, there we go. See that? That's a great find. I'll take that. Let's keep going. I got my first good hit up here by the house. I think it's a button, but it could be a coin, but I think it's a button. You see it? Right there. Right there. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Is that what that is? I think it's an old coin. Let this dry a little better. I'll clean this up. We'll see what that is. There's writing on there, so that makes me think that this is a coin. 17. Yeah, so it's a little higher.
There's definitely something on it. So
it looks like it actually looks. It almost looks like a here. 1, 2, 3. It almost looks like a shamrock.
Yeah, could be. Actually, there's a facial right there. Could it be? Almost looks like a. You know what this may be? Look at that. There's the face.
Yeah. That's a face. I wonder if that's an Indian head. I think it's a coin. I definitely think it's a coin.
I think it is a coin or a token or something. But
all right, at the end of the video, if we get that thing cleaned up, you guys will see what that is. But I think it's a coin. All right, what you found here, Rick? Yeah. It's all chewy, isn't it? Way to go. Good find. All right, just dug the hole, popped the plug, and it's right in here. I'll let you guys hear it. All right. It's right here. What is this? What is... Oh, looky there. I already see it. Look at that. It is another spoon. It is another spoon. This is my second spoon of the day. Boy, look how chewed up that is. You can tell it got caught up in probably a tractor tine or plow and got hit right there. See that? I don't really want to bend that out because I don't want to destroy it. But that's cool. That's real cool. This is the first time I've ever found more than one spoon at any one site. All right, we'll take it. You guys know it's interesting that this further field here behind me, the Hoover boys actually dug that out there. And so we know that that area is also a great place for coins and relics and artifacts. There's another house site down there. That's where they went. And so this site, though, has not been hit that hard. We do know it has been hit, and probably they went for the high tones and just got the coins. And so the medium high tones and lower tones have been left behind. That's what we're finding. I'm okay with that. As long as I'm finding relics, I'm fine with that. But I'm going to take you guys down here. I'm going to let you see. Popped the hole, pulled it out. And it's right here. I can see the edge. I didn't know right off the bat. I couldn't see it at first, but I saw the edge. And here's another thing here. Look at this old fired pottery. See that? It's smooth. Let's see what this is. Oh wow. You know what? This is another spoon bowl. Well, this is my third. This is my third spoon, and this, it's got a little bit of fancy right there. You see that? And look how thin that is. Can you see how thin that is? That's my third one. I'm happy with that. It'd have been really cool if it had been pewter, but I'm happy with that. It still could be very, very old, and I think it is. All right, let's keep going. All right, you guys, I have my best signal of the day. It's like a 22, 23. I'll let you listen to it. I just pulled it out. I haven't pulled the artifact out. It's right there. All right. Oh, you there? Yeah, see that? I think it's a button. It is. I have never seen one of these. It's got a pattern in it. It's got this little tick on the end of it. See that? I think it's a button of some sort, but I could be completely wrong. Al thinks he's got a coin, so we're going to go take a look at that. All right. You say it's an old. Yeah, I see it.
Pluck it and see what it is.
All right. Yeah. It's a Lincoln. It's a Wheatie. It's a Wheatie at least.
Oh, at least it's a Wheatie.
Yep. 1919. Okay. Way to go. I found an interesting artifact here. I have not looked at it. I just pulled it out of the ground. I don't know what it is. I think it's a button. That's what I think it is. I think it's a button. There's a shank. All right. Let me clean this up with a toothpick, and I'll bring you guys right back. See the shank right there on the back? See that? But this is not a round button. Look at that. Isn't that fancy? It's really, really cool. All right. I like that. Rick's getting ready to head out, so I asked him to bring out what he has found. All right, so you found the thimble. We video recorded that. And a buckle.
That's two, because you got one today, right?
Yeah, I got one today. Yep, I don't know if it's stainless steel or silver plated, if it's old or new.
I know.
I can't tell.
No.
What you got there?
I plan on bolting something together.
Man, I call them a carriage bolt. Some people call them lag bolts.
I don't remember one of my tractors losing one of those. So.
Yeah. You know, I haven't found much iron, though, up here. I just haven't found a lot of iron. No horseshoes, no hinges, no really anything that would be like you would see with a barn or barn animals. I did find something I didn't show you guys on video. Yeah, it goes. I think it goes on a bridle on
that piece. There's some larger pieces like that came off some farm implements, but that's not one of them. I think you're right. I think that is a piece of horse tack.
Yeah. She got there, Al?
Just a couple of things, not much. I've been swinging a little, yeah, rivet, little grommet of some sort.
Oh.
Another. First, I thought that came off a pair of old jeans or something, overalls or something like that.
It could be part of 2 snap.
Yeah, and that's what I think it is.
Snap button.
But you know, other than that, I've been swinging low and slow in this area.
Yeah. All right, you guys, it's either a coin or a button. I just pulled the plug, popped it out, and I have not even looked at it yet. All right. Boy, it's thin. I see a 5 right there. Put it over here where you can see. Looks like an R. I think it's a token. That's what I think it is. I think it's a token. But it's real smooth. You see the rim around it? It says 5 cents right on it, I think. Hey, I'm happy about that. All right, let's keep going. All right, I'm right here just below out, and I see something right here on the surface. You guys see it? It's right there. I just went over it. I think it's a button. And I don't even have to dig that out. It's a coin. I found a coin. Yeah, it's silver. I found a silver coin. I found a silver coin. Right on top of the ground. I didn't have to dig it.
That's funny because, I mean, I found a bunch of coppers down in here.
1907.
How about that? Silver dime?
It's a quarter.
Oh, how about that?
Literally, it's on top of the ground. I mean, I showed him. It was right there. Right there on top of the ground.
I wonder how many guys worked all of that. That's beautiful.
Yeah. Incredible.
Yeah, I don't even have one that old of a regular of a quarter.
I kid you not. I didn't dig it. It was right there.
There you go. Oh, ain't that funny?
Yeah, that is hilarious. Oh my gosh.
And I think the guys have walked over this before.
I mean, I just came over. Look, you know, it's green right here, and I thought it's a spring. It's a seep. You know, maybe someone sat over here.
Walk the rock breaks. You know, I could have walked over it before. Who knows?
All right. Yep.
Congrats on that quarter.
Yep. Thanks. My first big silver. All right.
That's a barber quarter.
Barber quarter?
Yeah, it's a barber quarter.
I mean, I can't believe it was right on top of the ground.
And that's
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times we walked over it probably, because I'm pretty sure I probably walked over that rock break once and just didn't notice it.
Gosh, my kids will go crazy. All right, folks, I am here with Al, and we are going to do our wrap-up. We actually had to come inside. The sun went down, and it is dark. We had a great day, didn't we, Al?
You had a great day.
Oh, he had a great day, too. We put everything out on the board here. And so what we'll do is we'll go over here to Al, and we'll let him...
That'll be quick.
That'll be quick. Okay, show us what you got over here, Al.
Well, we have some type of a, what's left of a knife, USN, if anybody knows what that is. It'd be nice. There's some stars on the back.
Yep.
And it's rather ornate, and nice and heavy.
Yep, and you found it there right at just a little bit below that house.
Yeah,
right?
close by there.
And this, we saw that, you dug that right off the bat.
Yeah, that's we think part of a maybe a talcum powder can or some sort.
Maybe powder.
Yeah, anything like that. You know, who knows? This was unscrewed, and this was, you know, the rest of the can wasn't there.
Yep.
But piece of a toy of some sort. Not really sure what this is. This is a heavy piece of lead type. I don't know if it would have been a type of a bag tie or something of that nature.
Maybe a hem weight. Maybe kind of a hem weight.
Could have been, but the hem weights I've dug before didn't look like that. But you never know. People improvise, you know, and they could have been something like that. Lantern turn knob for turning the wick up and down and trim the wick.
Yep.
So not sure what make that was. A rivet with some piece of leather still in it. Been like a part of a saddle rivet or something of that nature. Some type of a grommet. Don't know if this was used for building purposes or some other purpose, but that's what that is, sort of brass.
It actually looks like it might have been on a piece of furniture. And that
could have been
where the
drawer pull could have been there. Yeah, could have been that.
Yep, I found one very similar to that.
Could have been part of a clock. Most likely, or kid's toy.
A two-piece button.
I'm not really sure what that is.
Part of a
snap button, I think. The house that where we were at was, you know, 1800s, probably late 1800s, early 1900s.
Yep.
And 1919 wheat penny.
There you go.
Not sure if it has a mint mark. I didn't look to see yet.
It's an S, maybe.
Yeah.
Might be worth something.
Don't know.
Okay. Well, very good. That I have found. I found 1, 2, 3. And this is a part of a 4th spoon. Actually, I think this came out of the same hole. So I think this came off of here. Yeah, that's how that went. Okay, so that goes right there. So I found 1, 2, 3 spoons. This one's silver plated. I found something that says pampered. I don't know. We think this might have been a Merry Widow's tin. I did not show you guys that dig. But Panda. It looks like Pampered Panda. I think this came off of a rum bottle. It says R&R. Reins, or I think this is horse tack from a saddle from a horse. A gear from a clock, probably the same clock he found over there. I found a marble. I didn't film that. I found a couple rivets here. And I found a couple buttons here, some fancy buttons. And I think this one may have come off of some clothing of sorts. Nice fancy here. None of us know what this is. We don't know if this is a ball button, or what, but it's got a lot of fancy on it. Found this 5-cent piece here. We don't know if that's play money or that's a token. This, none of us know what this is. It's got an Indian head on one side, and on the other side it's got a number 1. Do not know what that is. My find of the day is at 1907 Barber silver quarter. I don't know if it's got a maker's mark on it. I found a brass ring. A lot of fancies here. This is all, I mean, here's a buckle, brass buckle, and here's some fancy escutcheons. Another fancy there. Had a great day. Great day. Did you have fun?
Yeah.
I had fun too. I appreciate you bringing me out here. I had a great time.
No problem.
I'll clean all of this up at the end of the video. On the finds part of my video, I'll have all this cleaned up with some photos that you guys can take a look at right there. Thank you guys for joining us on this episode of the Appalachian History Detectives, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.